Welcome everyone. Today we are here for uh, Golden Goose race. It's an off-season race as we reach the midpoint of the season in Sunday League and also Challenger League, and of course also to an end of yet another Journeyman League, the first to be independent from Challenger League. And yeah, today we're just here to enjoy a race that doesn't really count, and yeah, it's just more for relaxing. Also testing. Also testing some new cars. These cars are a little bit different. They're a bit more acceleration and turning as well. They can turn a little bit more, but the size is equal and the speed as well. So
Yeah,
that should be interesting.
this is the Golden Goose Junior race for the JL racers who are here testing out the new prototypes of the cars. Only slight tweaks made, as Nuno said, but they should be interesting to see how it will affect the racing. I mean, what do you think the new drivers, the JL drivers, will find from this? We see Hyper Mustang, you'll be joining from the back of the grid. What do you think will happen, Nuno?
Well, I guess it's just gonna be easier to turn in, and mistakes will be less costly as well. So mostly more closer racing, I would say.
Cool.
Uh, can I just join any team?
Yeah.
Or are there? Okay.
Yeah, now we see drivers just finishing qualifying. We see Kira starting for pole position right now. He's on provisional pole with a lap of 28.58. If Nice improves, I think Tomatoes improve for second place. And yeah, it's
Interesting. Right, yeah, Kira will start from pole. It's a good lap. Very good lap. Tomatoes, Krunkenberg, Corino, Kraft, and Yampol. And we'll have Mustang starting from the back. Very bar. We might wait for Juan.
okay. I'm back. I have to mute myself for a bit. But now I should be fine. But it's going to be a quite short race in terms of grid, I would say at least.
Yeah, we'll see if there's maybe one more person who's just going to pop in here, make it a nice little 9-person race, which would feel proper. But,
Yeah, I wouldn't spec Hyper.
yeah, Hyper, give it some racing action.
Okay.
Just press on where it says race on the left.
I'm not sure, but this track is Infineon Raceway.
It's
Is
a
it?
Sonoma.
It's Sonoma.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's the same track, but it used to be called like that in Gran
Yeah.
Turismo.
Yeah, it's a cool track. Nuno, what do you think the tyre strat will be for this race from your practice for the actual Golden Goose?
The big race, like the 39
Yeah.
laps.
Big race. What tyres
I
the
don't
best?
know. I think mostly softs. I would say you do feel be the fastest tire, but I'm not sure. I could see also mediums since they were boosted. Yeah, probably
What is in, Kira has
certainly,
decided to spectate.
certainly a minimum of 3 pit stops, like between the 3, 4 pit stops and 5 maybe. If it doesn't rain, that's also a thing. And also there's damage. I don't think there's damage here. Kira could be.
Oh yes, low damage.
Are we having damage on?
Should we increase number of laps?
No, 25's fine.
Right, because I decreased it to 13 because we only had 4 drivers in. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll just back up to 25.
Yeah, put it back up to 25.
Unless Kira's a freaking, liars. I don't know.
I mean, I understand if
He's
Kira's
tough.
like Kiato or something, then it's fine. I don't know. I think
Right, are we ready?
He's under his own name, not an alias. Right.
I think we are ready.
hopefully.
Take it away, Nuno.
Right, so the drivers are ready on the grid, and now the lights will be out. We are now racing in Golden Goose as we see Peter starting on first, but Tomatoes are already trying to jump on him for the lead of the racing. He takes the lead pretty well. Now we see also Krank also in third place. He is Nico Krakenberg, but yeah, let's call him Krank for the sake of it. As we see now, Kira just lagging a bit, and I think he pushed Krank off there. And now we see Andrews up into third place. And there he goes now behind Kira for second, and Tomatoes leading the way. Quite surprising, I would say. Although this is a JL race, so yeah, let's see how he can do with damage. It's low damage here. It's not quite usual to use it, but yeah, since it's a testing race, it's quite fair and good to test it. So yeah, now we see Andrew is up into the lead. Kira in second. Now Tomatoes falling off, and we have for a bit a group of three drivers, but now only two. It's Andrew versus Kira. Andrew is of course a very experienced driver, but somehow he didn't got the full time seat as we see Kira right behind. This could almost be a lag rocket, but yeah, Andrew just keeps the lead. As I was saying, he has quite a lot of experience in the Sandy League and Challenger League, and yeah, and they are racing here mostly due to the lack of drivers in this race. So there are some bigger numbers. We got him here racing, and now he goes wide. I think he got punted there. Now he's going to be down into third place. Not the best. As we see now, Tomatoes in second. Maybe try to use the slipstream to go for the outside. Now the inside. Oh my God, there's some
Ooh.
crashing here. But Kira still keeps the lead. Now Tomatoes has quite similar damage in these cars. Andrews has a little bit less. I wonder if how much that will affect the lifetimes, as most of the other drivers are quite separated. Right, some gap here. We got Carino, Mustang, then Graf, Ian Paul, and then Quick in last. And yeah, right now we see, oh my God, I think Andrews may have done a mistake. He's gonna let Tomatoes pass on the outside.
It's got
So Tomatoes
significantly less
takes.
damage though. Tomatoes' car is not looking in great position at the moment. Kraft also not looking good, nor is Crunk.
Yeah, it's a very flat out track as well, so it can certainly affect the way your pace goes. I can see. I think that's the only reason why Kraft right now is struggling in P6. So yeah, now we see Carino and Mustang running quite close to each other. They are the closest drivers at the moment in the grid. It's P4 versus P5, so it's right in the middle. Let's see what can Carino do. Maybe going for the outside of turn 1, now the inside of turn 2, but he gets completely pushed on the inside. I have no space there. So Mustang keeps his position in P4 as we see already our first pit stop. It's Kraft pitting for mediums and Crank as well. And it does seem to be quite understandable. It's an early pit stop already. Because I think, not sure if there's rain on as you see now. Andrew's, oh my God, Andrew's just clipping the wall there. It's, yeah, hitting the pit building.
Lucky
So I
he's
would
getting
say the
repairs
yeah,
in that car, otherwise that would be a not great position to be in.
yeah, and Vasily got some time and now he's gonna lose even more as he goes completely deep into the corner. That's total mistake, driving mistake. We see now Carino and Graf both driving with the Link Season 7 car.
Lovely car.
We see. Also the same car that Rito made his debut race, back then they still didn't have delivery. But yeah, well, let's see.
Link's the
Fucking
most
Kraft.
underfunded team in the league, always a bit late with their livery into the season. Tomatoes in.
Yeah, Tomato's going to the field now. He's leaving, and he's going to be leaving in P5. It's quite interesting how the grid is shaking up a bit after these first speed stops. But yeah, but right now it's Kira leading the way comfortably now with 7 seconds, but now he's going for the pits. And I think Kuiper should do the same. But no, I think staying out, yeah, is too much of a threat with these tires. So yeah, Kira pitting. Pitting? Oh yeah, now I see the... Looks like for me when, yeah, the damage...
Doesn't get fixed until he leaves the pit lane, yeah.
Yeah, it's only when they're leaving, so... Yeah, it's interesting.
No one with any damage apart from Yampol at the moment, with everyone having made the stop apart from him. Pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, I feel like Harps might be a bit of a disadvantage to start on when there's damage. I think because the undercuts from the other people get stronger when they have also a less damage car. Yeah, well now we see Carino battling Tomatoes now for third place. This is the podium battle. You see now Carino just
Ooh.
taking the inside line. There he goes, good move.
Great move.
I think Tomatoes went a bit off track now. Tomatoes takes the inside and takes back the position now. Mustang with better tires might be able to make a double overtake. Let's see what can he do. Maybe on the
Three
outside, can he
wide.
try it? They're almost 3 wide, but now you see Tomato Carino going side by side into these sweeping corners now. Oh, Carino with a big
Oh,
mistake. Oh my god, big crash there.
he
That
looked
was
like
a
he
hell of a
left
crash.
the. He looked like he left the facility there for a second. He went right through that wall. Jesus,
Yeah,
Mustang right into the barrier as well.
yes, some lag from Tomatoes causing that crash, and Mustang is the
Oh,
biggest
Mustang.
sweepers now just go off the track again. And yeah, he's certainly showing quite some promise, but there's still time to come back. It's still 14 laps to go.
If Mustang was listening at the moment, I'd just say keep your cool, keep your head down. You've not got a lot of damage, and you know you can put in those lap times. So catch back up to the pack and forgetting about those early crashes if you can.
Yeah, it's really just about keeping the head on. We see now Carino just
Carino.
clipping the wall.
Yeah, made a mistake.
Yeah, it's one of the main points I think where people can get damaged by their own. It's really easy to go wide there, especially when it's rain as well and the tire wear. So it's Kraft behind Carino. Let's see if he can pass his teammates. You see Carino going defensive and going really tight there. I guess show some good car control, I would say. Let's see
Kraft
how
has to
can
back
the Finn
off.
go around him. Let's see now is the penultimate corner. And yeah, it's gonna stay behind. Yeah, and that corner is certainly one of the main points to overtake, but now I see Carino for some reason going a little bit slower on the main straight.
I think it was a
But
touch
Kraft
of the
cannot go
lag there.
past. Yeah, and Hyper just going wide once again, losing a bit more time, but yeah, he really needs to keep the head down. And just make his way up. He has better tires as well. As now we see Kraft finally making the move as up before. Really nice overtake on the inside.
A bit of argy-bargy with his teammate there, but he's into the pit lane now.
And we see Kraft going to the pits with 12 laps to go. I wonder which tire he's going on. Yeah, he's going for soft,
Ooh.
so one more pit for him till the end of the race. I think it certainly makes sense.
With after the first couple stints, you've definitely got more clean air, especially here. Only 8 people, as we see Crunk in 8th come into the pit lane. You could risk the hards, to be honest, to the end of the race. That definitely is a possibility, the 12 laps on those, if you're not planning on getting into too much fighting. And if Kraft can stay just clear ahead of Yampol here, which he might be able to on the much fresher, softer tyres, you never know.
Yeah, I think the thing with Kraft is that he had to pit earlier in the first thing because of damage, so he's more committed to a free stop. Well, I see other drivers going mostly to stopper here. Like these drivers who have the hearts with 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go, they can easily do one stint there.
Mustang
the
lining
end,
up a move on the inside here. Carino goes into the pit lane. Mustang won't have to make that move, but he definitely looked ready to send one down the inside into that big wide final corner that really tightens up on the exit. Mustang now into 4th place. Kraft, Carino and Kronkenberg, our KR people, all having made their second stop of the race. Lap 16 of 25 here. Kira still leads.
Yeah, Kraft said he has quite a job to do here because he's gonna have to pit again. He's got a good undercut. Now he's gonna have better pace with those softs, but he still has that one lap pit stop to make. So I wonder where can he come out in the end.
He's not got
That
any
should
damage
be-
and he's just setting another PB lap, so I reckon the hards could have worked for him because he's clearly not had to have too many brush ups with another car or a wall that have lost him that much carbon fibre.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Andrew's in.
Yeah, Andrew's going to the pits. Hard tires he got, so I think mediums mediums. 8 laps to go. Softs could have worked as well.
I think so.
But yeah, he's gonna pass Tomatoes, but Tomatoes got a pit stop to make. This should be interesting. I think Kira might, maybe he's just gonna answer to Andres, but he got already a very comfortable lead, so not really much to think about. Just really managing the pit stops, doing the same as Andres, or maybe a bit if as we see now with 7 laps to go, going soft tires, so that's just a win secured there.
Tomatoes
And
in.
now Tomatoes not going. Oh my god, yeah, it's so easy to clip that the pit building there, and you can lose a little bit of time there. It's not convenient
That's
to.
why you don't wall ride
to
all the
go
way into
wide.
the pits. Yeah.
We see now Hyper Mustang now leaving behind Carino. Well, that should be quite a race here. You got Tomatoes who just left the pits, and Carino and Hyper Mustang maybe try to go for the move. Maybe on the outside, can he do it? Oh my god, they're going a little bit wide, but there he goes, Mustang. Now happy to
Oh, it's not done
P5
yet.
at this. Yeah, suddenly as you see Carino just going for the inside. Oh my god, now he just push it to the grass there. Yeah, most of these drivers are not very experienced, especially when
Kraft his
there's.
third stop and Crunk as well. We just had Yampol come in to make his second and final stop. The 3 stoppers come in 1 lap later. Kraft on the softs has his teammate right ahead of him who has just a flick of damage, but mainly the sort of more worn hard compound tyres. So we'll have to see Kraft see if he can make the position up on Carino, who might move to one side, let him chase down Mustang, and that could benefit the both of them, particularly if he gives Mustang a couple taps, some damage to the LSA car that he's driving.
We see now Kraft going for the inside line. He's gonna make the move. There he goes. Kraft happy to P5. Let's see what kill Carino though. It's not really be wise of him to
Slipstream.
yeah, but now he's going for the inside, but not big mistake. And there you go. He lost the slipstream.
That
And
wasn't
that's
going
how
to
it
work, was it?
happens.
Poor guy.
Yeah. And now we see Kraft now can just focus on Mustang now for P4. Maybe third place for tomatoes, but I think it's too much of a ground to make.
Very interesting to see with some of the drivers turning on the little wiggles, the little S's, which actually does in fact
Oh.
lose you time.
Kira out, the race leader. And now Andrews inherits it
Damn.
just as he passes this final corner. Kira leaves the game. That's a straight up disconnect, and we saw him have some lag issues, and that is unfortunately the price that you pay sometimes. On lap 22 of 25 of the Golden Goose Junior JL exhibition race, Kira is out.
That honestly felt deliberate.
He left the game. That was a straight leave of the game. That was a disconnect. He saw his car flying off the screen. So that's,
Yeah.
I mean, either he's unplugged his Wi-Fi box, but he definitely didn't just leave the race.
Much like someone in Sochi
Yeah, I guess it
CL.
makes-
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it feels very similar to that. That's why I was a bit skeptical. But now we
Right.
see Graf. I think this is the biggest battle right now. Is Graf versus Mustang for third place. One of these two drivers can get now into the podium positions. That's the thing now with Kira leaving DNFing this race.
It's really
Oh,
interesting to
Andrew.
see the pit strategy just changing with how the drivers have had to react to getting damage, because you see Kraft and Mustang, Kraft's taken a stop more, but he's only got slightly fresher soft tyres, so he's not unlocked on contender for that position with Mustang. If Mustang could just keep that gap on the final lap, I'll let you do Andrews' in lap here.
Yeah, Andrew's already on the final lap. It's middle. Yeah, just half a lap to go. Yeah, it's quite a comfortable race there. A driver with lots of experience, so yeah, this was something to be expected. So let's see now. Andrew is just making the penultimate corner, and then that little final corner to take the win here in the Golden Goose. So there he goes. Andrew is the winner. Tomatoes, he's gonna cross the line to finish second. Hyper Mustang, I think, might just hold on for third
He
place. Oh,
is.
Kraft is getting the slipstream, but yeah, he's not close enough for third place for Kraft. As Carino is gonna finish in P5, then it's gonna be Jean Paul finishing P6. Then it's gonna be also Crank finishing in P7. Kira,
DNF.
it's DNFs.
Oh, Mark, how generous of you. Yeah, not a good showing for the Mayhems. They finished 7th and 8th. Not great
First.
for them. Nice one, Mark.
I finished first,
You did.
and I'm in the Mayhem.
Well, that doesn't count, because you're a CL driver.
Aww.
Good one. Alright, I'll end the recording after you do the little results screen rundown, Nuna. Who's still
Yeah.
driving? Oh, is it Kira with the disconnect? That's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the track here. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's got good decor and it's also quite nice to drive on.
It's good to race. You get a lot of good side-by-side action. I think it's sort of similar to Dongzhou in that way.
Like I did mention earlier, though, Kraft was turning on the S's.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, you lose some time doing that, especially if you do it every.
Yeah.
You should
Alright.
just keep as straight a line as possible if you can.
Nuno, give us the results.
Yeah, so Andy is gonna take the win with fastest lap as well. Tomatoes finishing 7 seconds behind on Graf. It says he was third, but clearly not. I
Wait,
think
no,
it
that
was
was
Mustang.
unfortunately. Well, we can switch that around on the results screen. Go on.
Yeah, and Mustang getting P4, then Carino finishing P5, then it's the Mayhem Racing drivers Jan Paul and Nico Krakenberg and here with the DNF finishing last.
Good race.
Team radio.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Sport radio.